Just a quick background in how we did the list. I tried to take out kind of personality. I tried to go just looks, personally. I tried to just like...
No personality.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter what team they're on.
Yes.
I did all looks.
We're starting ugliest, working our way to the hotties.
And this is the average of all of our scores.
Correct. The In the Huntcast approved ugliest head coach is Bill Belichick.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not have him.
So let me give
He's
it...
hideous.
Look at
I think the power bumps him up.
Look at that grump though. He's never smiling. He's never having a good time. Second ugliest. 31st place. We have Andy Reid.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Andy Reid. Now
I don't have him this high. When he's the same age as Bill Belichick, I think he's maybe dead, to be honest. But
I like him though. Like he coaches the team that I want out of the way. So I want to go fishing with him. That was my note on my rankings.
Yeah,
but that doesn't make you hot.
Agreed. And hey, don't I know it? You know. 30th place, Arthur Smith from the Atlanta Falcons.
He should never not have a beard because
he
does not have a chin. I mean, it goes Adam's apple, lower lip. That's what his...
Every picture of him looks like you just walked in on the room doing something he's ashamed of. That's how he looks. He constantly looks like, oh God, this is going to be in the paper.
29th place, we have Jonathan Gannon of Arizona. So we got a little bit of a gap here. This is interesting. Greg had him at 31. I had him at 29. Kyle had him at 20. A little bit of a soft spot for Jonathan Gannon.
Bring him up.
He's so nerdy looking.
That's an unflattering one. I guess I was looking. I think with him with a hat on. Maybe I just saw hat.
He does look better.
Yeah, because the hat covers his face.
Thinking about it now, I probably wrong. I think I ranked him too high. Maybe I was going through something.
You're going through a phase?
Going through a Jonathan Gannon phase. So I put one note on each guy in my rankings list. Do you want to hear what I wrote about him? This guy has been in the room while his wife fucked another guy.
So we're in 28th place, and we have Mike McCarthy.
Wow, Mike McCarthy.
Now let's say this, Kyle, get ready. You had him 31st. I had him 31st. Me and you, simpatico. So that means Greg had him 15th.
15th.
Oh my God, Greg.
No shame. This dude looks good. He's got beautiful eyes.
He's
a terrible fucking coach. He's a terrible fucking coach. My note on him was proof that
he's joking.
Have some tissues ready as I pull up these images of McCarthy, because this dude looks good. Look at this picture. Look at those smoky eyes. Telling me this guy's in a movie theater. He's not asking you to come sit next to him. You're not reaching in for some popcorn. Come on.
Hold on. Let's scroll back up.
Look, this is Mike McCarthy making the face I'm making at you, telling me he's not hot. It's like, come on. We're asking you.
Look at that one right there to the left.
Oh yeah, that's a
bad picture.
Come on.
Yeah, he didn't have time to get ready.
Looks like he got stung by bees.
But now look at this picture. Now who is ready to party?
In 27th place, we have a tie.
I'm guessing this is where Pete Carroll comes in.
Greg, Pete Carroll is one of them. Let's talk about Pete Carroll. He is the oldest coach, as we said, but for his age, I think looks pretty good. There's a good head of hair.
Yeah.
Hey, look at his face. Looks like a catcher's mitt.
He's squinting.
He's old. He's an old man.
Yeah, he's old. He's
old looking into the sun or something.
Not the good kind of old. Here's him a little younger. He's still
I think he looks better old.
I don't know what's going on with this picture, but it makes him a little hotter, to tell you the truth.
Tied at 27, we have Sean Payton.
He looks like his time off didn't help.
He spent his time doing methamphetamines.
We have 25th, Ron Rivera.
Rivera is just, again, face-wise, just a little too rugged for me. He's a little rough.
Tie at 24th place here. We'll go one by one. And we're going to start with Doug Peterson. I mean,
this guy's a bozo.
He's the knockoff Dollar General version of Sean Payton.
I think he's funner. I think Sean Payton's a little too dour.
That hair just looks like The Home Improvement, like the kid from Home Improvement hair.
The one with three names.
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Jonathan Taylor, the TV magazine. Who I don't know if you remember was an icon for being good looking, Kyle.
Just because you had his poster up, Sean, doesn't mean
I didn't. I had a Doug Peterson poster.
And he kind of does look like John Hamm. Now, do we have to rethink our list for this?
Oh my God.
Doesn't he look like him though?
Tied at 24th. It's our old friend, Brian Dable. I had him at 25. Greg had him at 28. Kyle, 18. Kyle was the biggest outlier there.
Greg, so Kyle, you don't like the fat guys.
Kyle, I had Mike McCarthy. It's 15. What are you talking about?
You think Mike McCarthy is better looking than Brian Dable?
Because this man is not hot. Are you looking at these pictures?
He looks like a man. You know what I mean? Like a man's man.
Number 22 on our list. I might screw up his last name. Shane Steichen?
I think the way I described him is you can't get much more middle of the road than this guy.
I think that first picture, that last one is decent. This is much worse. That's bad.
Rough looking guy, but yeah, I wish him the best, I guess.
Yeah, we wish all these coaches the best. 21st place, we have Matt Eberflus.
Oh, wow.
Chicago. Dude. I have him at 20. Greg has him at 16. Kyle has him at 30.
Greg.
Oh, my God.
Did you mix this up with somebody?
I don't know. He's a good-looking dude. I don't want to hear it.
I mean, look at that first one. Bears hire Matt.
It's just not a good picture.
This looks like a White Walker is wearing makeup.
He does not. Man, this guy has more disparity in looks than the last one.
That guy is 100 years old.
We got number 20th. We got Dennis Allen. Greg had him at 27. Sean had him at 21. Kyle, 15.
15? He's just creepy all over the place. Yes. Okay, so let's bring up this one. That's so much better.
That's the same picture with a different hat. Just a guy. He's a background character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything overly ugly or hot about him. I think he just exists as a head coach.
19th place, Brandon Staley.
Yeah, this guy just didn't.
This picture does it.
Yeah, he just looks like a cartoon.
18th place, we have Todd Bowles.
He's got some attractive feature to him.
But they're without facial hair. It's kind of too much, kind of babyish looking almost.
Yeah, I can see that.
So tied at 17, we'll do we'll go one by one. The first one is Mike McDaniel.
Mm-hmm.
And I had him at 10. Greg had him at 8.
You had him at 10?
Greg had him at 8.
It was like looking in a mirror?
Greg had him at 8.
Greg had him at 8?
Yeah. And Kyle had him at 24.
24? What?
Are you kidding me?
I think this is crazy. We got to talk about.
This guy looks like he's looked at a computer screen for 10 years before he left his house.
Here are the bad pictures. This one's not good. He's a big time nerd in a couple of these pictures. I mean, he is super nerdy.
Some of the hair doesn't work, but that's much better.
Look at him in like shorts. It looks like he doesn't fill out clothes.
I can't wait to look at him in shorts. I thought you'd never ask.
Tied at 17, we have the similarly named Josh McDaniels of Las Vegas. I had him at 16. Kyle had him at 19. Greg had him at 7.
Yes. He's not looking that hotter. This is not a great picture of him right here.
No.
But he frosted his tips when he went to Vegas. Oh yeah, the frosted tips.
The hair, the goofy ears, the visor.
This dude lays pipe. I don't want to hear it.
15th place, Mike Vrabel. And what's interesting about Mike Vrabel is that this is the only time this happened. We all put him at 13th.
An older guy, but holding it together. He's got good hair, good facial hair. He's strong.
He's confident. I think that's a big thing.
The definite douche vibe, even in his look, shined through, and it dropped it down a little bit.
14th place, Zach Taylor.
It is not who I thought.
So a little bit all over the board here. I had him highest at 9. Greg had him at 11, and Kyle had him at 16.
Oh, Kyle, what is it about you?
This is we talked about like tiers. He falls right into the that's just a guy tier.
The problem with Zach Taylor is when you Google image him, and I have it up on the screen, there you get Zachary Taylor pictures. So we have to make sure that
the president is way uglier. There's another tie, and the first person in the tie is John Harbaugh.
He's got a nice smile.
He does.
His hair is nice little salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper hair.
Nice jaw. He's got the nice jaw.
He's got a nice jaw, nice shoulders, nice pecs. I'm gonna need a minute, guys.
Lastly, tied with 13th, Sean McDermott.
No,
Buffalo
that's not who
Bills.
I thought it was. You guys are disrespectful. This is just a nice, handsome man right here. That's what we're looking at. Look at his face. Look how sad you made Sean McDermott.
Yes.
In 11th place, we have our old friend Frank Reich.
Silverback fuck getter. Like he's just a good-looking gray-haired man. Basically, he's got it together.
I like his hair.
Yeah.
Looks good in a hat.
He's well put together. He's just a little too old for me, but that's it. A little gray.
This was like, who would you date? I think Frank Reich would go a little lower. He seems a little too religious. I think would be kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you're attracted to Frank Reich, he's spoken for. He's with God. You don't have a chance. Yeah. But you got to get in line behind JC. You want a chance at FR.
Let's go to number 10, Nick Sirianni of Philadelphia. So let's talk this through.
I think I'm the low one here.
I had him at 5.
Whoa!
Oh, Kyle, so you and I are almost right.
Kyle had him at 7. Again, me and Kyle, simpatico. Greg had him at 20.
20, Greg. He's the younger version of Frank Reich.
I don't like him at all.
20, Greg. That's crazy.
Hey, there were hot coaches that pushed him down. It doesn't mean he's not hot. He just had 19 other coaches.
You had Mike McCarthy ahead of this guy. You crazy person.
Yeah, you had Mike McCarthy 5 spots. That's insane.
Look at the dreamy-eyed Mike McCarthy. Look at this guy. Come on.
He's not even in Nick Sirianni's league.
I agree with you 100%. He is not in Nick Sirianni's league.
This is maybe one of the biggest variation on the list here. Number 9.
I guess who it is, but go ahead.
We have Robert Saleh, New York Jets coach. I had him at 17. Greg had him at 10. Kyle had him at a hot little 4.
Wow.
Maybe. I think he pulls off the bald thing pretty great.
I don't think there's any other option. Could you see this guy with hair? Look at that skull.
No.
It's like a 3-story skull. Look at the size of that skull.
He's got a great jawline. He's in great shape. He's in great shape.
He looks like a final boss from a Sega Genesis game.
That is cool. You guys are saying cool things.
8th place, we have Kyle Shanahan, San Francisco. So, quick update. I had him at
piss me off, Greg.
I had him at 6. Kyle had him at 3, and that means you guessed it.
I'm just going down the list to find him.
Greg had him at 18.
Greg, come on.
This is one hot mama I'm seeing here. Oh my God. Look at this. Every picture I'm pulling up is look at this dork. This dude is not. And you need more than one picture. Like, look at these pictures. Look at this dude.
That's not a great
He's mid-sentence.
It doesn't matter. Like, okay,
you're like bringing up pictures of him yawning, and you're like, look at him. He's in his natural environment.
And that is Dan Campbell of the Detroit Lions. So me and Kyle, again, it's like we share one penis. Kyle had him at number 12, and that means this is Craig's number 2.
Oh my God.
This dude is like, I ain't done fucking you yet, hot. That's
you
how
think
hot
this guy is in better shape than Robert Saleh?
I think he would fucking lift up Robert Saleh and throw him off the Peace Bridge. He's fucking huge.
I agree with Greg.
Big burly dude, yes.
Robert Saleh would Yeah, he might lose.
That is not attractive. Like he's a two-face. He's
got a lot of like
this guy looks like he preaches at a pop-up church.
No,
you know what I mean?
Not.
Look at that picture.
He preaches the Church of Slam.
We have a tie for 6th place. We'll go with the first one. We'll start NFC. We'll go Kevin O'Connell of Minnesota. I have him 11. Greg has him, or excuse me, Kyle has him 9. And that means, Kyle, this is Greg's hottest coach, Kevin O'Connell of the Minnesota Vikings. 6th place overall.
We can't. We can't.
He's got like a Bill Hader, but he's like more like he's bigger, he's more athletic. He's like an athletic Bill Hader. There's no bad pictures of this guy. Look how fucking hot he is. Look at his fucking picture. Look at his fucking picture I just put up in your goddamn screen.
I ranked him too high. I think I would have bumped him down a little bit. Not 1.
Yeah.
I don't think he's better than my 1, but I do know there's at least 2 I would have put him above right now.
He's a pretty good looking guy. You know what, Greg? You made your case.
I didn't make my case. He made his case with his face.
The tie with Kevin O'Connell is Kevin Stefanski out of Cleveland. I had him number 2.
Okay.
Kyle had him number 5. Again, pretty close. And that Greg puts him at 14.
Greg, I can't.
So I'm looking at him like there's some good pictures of this guy that he's symmetrical. He's got some darkness to him. He's got good eyebrows. Then there's just pictures where he's just not doing it for me. He just kind of looks kind of gooberish.
Number 4 is Mike Tomlin out of Pittsburgh.
I'd like to see more pictures without a hat, and I think it might change my rankings for the worse for him. Every picture he's wearing a hat, and he's a good hat wearer.
Doesn't matter. Good looking dude. I think he's in a good spot.
Fine looking guy.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Number 3, we have Matt LaFleur, Green Bay. This is my 3rd hottest coach. This is Kyle's number 1 hottest coach, and Greg has him, of course, down at 12.
This guy's not hot.
You're trolling us, dude. You're trolling us. Kyle Shanahan with normal ears.
I agree with that.
And a little less salt and pepper. And he doesn't wear the hat. This is like perfect. Everything you hated about Kyle Shanahan, this guy has, and you docked him for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should feel bad, Greg.
That dude's hot. That's your number 1. The picture I have
we're bringing up the fucking Madden photo.
Bringing up tons of photo. I don't get it. I just don't see it.
This is a good-looking dude. I think he's the best-looking coach in the NFL because he's the perfect mix of young, hot, and in shape. Sorry, haters.
So we'll go number 2 first, which is a new coach, DeMeco Ryans out of Houston. I had him, DeMeco Ryan.
He's got perfect symmetry. He's in shape. Like Kyle was saying, the mix of old and young, he definitely has it. The dude doesn't take bad pictures. Great smile. No. He's just a hot-looking coach.
So here it is. Our number 1 hottest coach, and that is Sean McVay of the LA Rams.
I hate it.
He's the youngest head coach. He's good looking.
I want him lower.
He's so plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like 5'3", I think.
Yeah. He's like if Stifler was a head coach.
I wish that Sean McVay was lower. That fucking hair is terrible.
I think he might age badly if we redo this in a couple years, and I pray that we do. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to fall down the ranking a little bit.
If he's under 5'8", this is negligible.
We're going to have to do it all over. Let's see. 5'10"?
5'10".
You're lucky. You're fucking lucky, Sean. He didn't belong number 1, but he's in all of our top 10, so he's not unattractive, but he's just so plastic.
If we turn this podcast into doing nothing but ranking like all of the NFL coaches or all the NFL players, just their hotness, it probably would get more listens than it does when we talk about football. That's like searchable. There's not a lot of podcasts.
If we did a top 100 as the NFL Network releases their top 100.
Oh my God.
But we did top 100 hottest. Where do you even start? Like what player? Because there's
with number 100.
Yeah, but there's a backup, a third string running back who's probably gorgeous, but we gotta find him and then put him on a list.